You feel it, don't you? That weight on your shoulders, that sense of responsibility. You've always known, deep down, that you're different. The world doesn't see it, but you do. Not everyone is called, fewer are chosen, and even fewer still understand the path they walk. You were drawn here for a reason. No accidents, no coincidences. You are here because something inside you already knows. This world is not what it seems. But knowing is not enough. You need to protect yourself, to guard what has been entrusted to you. Because when you shine, the shadows notice. When you rise, forces will try to pull you down. And if you are not prepared, they will succeed. Stay with me until the end. What you're about to hear will change the way you move through this world forever. Room full of voices. The one who speaks the least is often the one everyone listens to the most. There is power in silence, more than most people realize. In a world that thrives on noise, where everyone is desperate to be heard, the chosen ones understand something that others do not. Silence is a weapon, a shield, a form of control. The more you speak, the more you reveal. And the more you reveal, the more vulnerable you become. Think about it. Have you ever confided in someone only to regret it later? Have you ever shared a dream only to be met with doubt, jealousy, or ridicule? Have you ever opened your heart only to have your own words twisted and used against you? This is why the wise do not speak freely. They measure their words. They know that not every ear deserves to hear their thoughts. The chosen ones walk a different path. They do not seek validation. They do not waste energy explaining themselves to those who will never understand. They do not cast their pearls before swine. They move in silence. They observe. They listen. And when they finally do speak, their words carry the weight of truth. But silence is not just about protecting your words. It is about protecting your energy. There are people in this world who feed off of chaos. They provoke, they instigate, they try to pull you into their storms. They want your reaction, your frustration, your anger. Because when you react, you give them power. But when you choose silence, you starve them. You deny them access to your energy. You take back control. Jesus himself understood this. When he was accused, mocked, and challenged, he did not always defend himself. He did not waste his breath on those who had already decided to misunderstand him. Instead, he remained silent. That silence was not weakness. It was power. It was restraint. It was the understanding that truth does not need to be shouted. It simply is. As a chosen one, you must learn this art. There will be times when speaking is necessary, but there will be far more times when silence will serve you better. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your path. You do not need to justify your decisions to those who do not walk the same road as you. Your silence will confuse them. It will make them uncomfortable. They will demand answers. They will try to pull you into their noise. Do not give them what they seek. A lion does not need to announce that it is a lion. It simply is. And so are you. Your wisdom, your strength, your presence, these things speak for themselves. Silence is not emptiness. It is presence. It is knowing. It is the calm before the storm, the stillness before the strike. It is the space where your power gathers, waiting for the right moment to be unleashed. So the next time someone demands your words, ask yourself, do they deserve them? The next time you feel the urge to explain, to defend, to justify, pause, listen, observe. Feel the power of withholding your energy. And when you do speak, let your words be like a blade, sharp, precise, and undeniable. Why certain conversations, certain environments, certain individuals seem to sap the life from you. It's not your imagination, it's not a coincidence. Your energy is sacred, and not everyone deserves access to it. As a chosen one, you carry something rare, something that others can sense, even if they don't understand it. Some will be drawn to your light, others will resent it. And then there are those who will try to take from it. These people come in many forms. Some disguise themselves as friends, family, even mentors. Some are unaware of what they do, while others know exactly what they are taking. They come to you with their problems, their negativity, their drama. They seek advice, comfort, validation. And at first, it may seem harmless. After all, you want to help. You feel called to uplift others. But then you notice the pattern. They take, but they do not give. They drain, but they do not replenish. You leave these interactions feeling exhausted, depleted, unbalanced, and they leave feeling lighter, happier, stronger. Why? Because you gave them your energy. The world is full of energy leeches, people who do not cultivate their own light. So they seek to steal it from others. They attach themselves to the chosen ones, feeding off of their kindness, their wisdom, their power. And if you are not careful, they will take until there is nothing left. So how do you protect yourself? How do you guard your energy like the sacred fire that it is? First, recognize when you are being drained. Your body knows before your mind does. Pay attention to how you feel after an interaction. Do you feel lighter or do you feel heavier? Do you feel inspired or do you feel drained? The answer will tell you everything you need to know. Second, set boundaries and enforce them. Not everyone deserves access to you. Not everyone should be able to reach you whenever they want. Some people will call you selfish for this. They will try to guilt you into overextending yourself. They will say things like, "I thought you cared," or "You've changed." Yes, you have changed. You have learned the value of your energy. And you have learned that you are not obligated to set yourself on fire to keep others warm. Third, master the art of saying no. As a chosen one, you have a natural tendency to help, to heal, to give. It is part of your calling. But even healers need rest. Even warriors need time to recover. Saying no is not cruelty, it is wisdom. It is understanding that you cannot pour from an empty cup. When you say no to those who only take, you are saying yes to yourself. You are saying yes to your mission, your purpose, your peace. Fourth, choose your inner circle carefully. Not everyone who smiles at you is your friend. Not everyone who praises you has good intentions. Jesus had 12 disciples, but only a few were allowed into his most sacred moments. Who do you allow close? Who do you share your victories with? More importantly, who do you share your struggles with? The chosen ones do not surround themselves with many. They walk with the few who have proven themselves worthy. If someone constantly drains you, if someone's presence feels like a weight rather than a support, it is time to let them go. Do not be afraid to walk alone. The right people will find you when the time is right. Finally, understand this. Your energy is your currency. It is what fuels your purpose. It is what allows you to create, to lead, to heal, to inspire. Would you hand out your money to every person who asked for it? Would you allow strangers to walk into your home and take what they please? No. So why do you allow them to take your energy so freely? From this moment forward, guard it, protect it, treat it as the sacred fire that it is, because without it, you cannot fulfill your mission, and the world needs you at full strength. You've seen it before. You tell someone about your plans, your dreams, your next big move, and what happens? Doubt, skepticism, unwanted advice, maybe even jealousy disguised as concern. You hear phrases like, "Are you sure that's a good idea? That sounds risky. I heard someone else tried that and failed." And suddenly, what once felt exciting, possible, inevitable, now feels distant, uncertain, foolish. That's the power of external influence. That's why the chosen ones move in silence. Your plans, your visions, your divine mission, these things are delicate in their early stages. Like a seed, they need time to take root, to grow strong before they can withstand the storms of doubt and negativity. Some people will try to talk you out of your dreams before you even take the first step. Not because they truly care, but because they cannot see what you see. Because your courage reminds them of their own fears. Because your potential threatens their comfort. And some will pretend to support you while secretly hoping for your failure. This is why you must learn the power of silence. Speak less, do more. Do not announce your every move. Do not seek validation from those who do not share your vision. A lion does not roar while hunting. It moves quietly, stealthily, and when it finally strikes, it is too late for the prey to escape. You must move the same way. Some things are not meant to be shared. Some victories should be celebrated in private. Some progress should remain unseen until it is undeniable. Because when you reveal too soon, you invite interference. You open the door for doubt, for envy, for obstacles that were never meant to be there. Protect your momentum. Have you ever noticed how your excitement fades after sharing your plans with the wrong person? How their skepticism makes you hesitate? That hesitation, that is the death of momentum. Momentum is what carries you forward, what keeps you moving even when things get difficult. And nothing kills momentum faster than doubt, whether it comes from others or from within. So protect it. Let your actions speak before your words do. Move in such a way that by the time people realize what you're doing, it's already done. Silence confuses the enemy. Not everyone who listens to you wants to see you succeed. Some listen to gather information. Some listen to find ways to sabotage you. When you move in silence, you leave them guessing. They don't know your next step. They don't know your strengths or your weaknesses. They don't know whether you are winning or struggling. And that confusion, that is power. Even Jesus, when performing miracles, often told people, "Tell no one." He understood the danger of revealing too much too soon. Not every plan needs an audience. Not every step needs applause. Move like the wind, unseen, unstoppable. By the time they see you, it will be too late to stop you. This is the power of moving in secret. Do not waste energy explaining. Do not let others cast doubt on what is meant for you. Do not announce what should be protected. Let them see the results, not the process. Strongest have weaknesses. Even the most unshakable have moments of doubt, exhaustion, and pain. But here is a truth most do not understand. Not everyone deserves to see those moments. The world does not reward vulnerability, it exploits it. You've seen it happen. A leader confesses their struggles and suddenly their authority is questioned. A friend shares their pain and it becomes gossip. Someone reveals their fears and those fears are used against them. As a chosen one, you must move differently. You must guard your heart as fiercely as you guard your mission. Not everyone who listens is a friend. Some listen out of curiosity. Some listen to compare. Some listen to collect your weaknesses like weapons, waiting for the right moment to use them against you. You think they care. You think they understand. But in the shadows, they whisper. They watch. They wait. And when the time comes, they strike. A secret shared is a weapon handed over. So be careful who you trust. Be careful what you reveal. Be careful who you let close. Even Jesus chose his confidants wisely. In his most vulnerable moments, he did not expose himself to the crowd. He withdrew. He prayed in solitude. And when he did bring others with him, he chose only a few, his inner circle, those who had proven their loyalty, their faith, their understanding. And yet, even among them, one betrayed him. So ask yourself, if betrayal found even the Son of God, do you think you are exempt? Guard your emotions. Guard your struggles. It is not weakness to feel pain, but it is foolishness to expose it to the wrong people. There are those who will pretend to support you only to use your struggles to make themselves feel superior. There are those who will comfort you today only to remind you of your weakness tomorrow. This is why discretion is power. This is why the chosen ones do not wear their struggles on their sleeves. Not because they do not feel, not because they do not trust, but because they understand that some battles must be fought in silence. Choose your confidants wisely. You do not need many. One or two who have proven themselves is enough. Those who listen without judgment. Those who guard your secrets as their own. Those who offer strength, not pity. If you cannot find them, then hold your burdens alone. Let the divine be your confidant. Let prayer be your release. Let solitude be your refuge. Because what is sacred must be protected, and you are sacred. Let them see your strength, not your wounds. Let them see your victories, not your battles. When you rise, rise without explanation. When you fall, rise again in silence, because the chosen ones do not beg for understanding. They do not seek sympathy. They walk their path with quiet resilience. And in the end, it is that resilience, not their vulnerability, that sets them apart. That moment when you walk into a room and the energy shifts. The air feels different. Eyes turn toward you, some in curiosity, some in admiration, and some in quiet resentment. Your presence is powerful. It speaks before you do. This is no accident. As a chosen one, you do not simply exist. You affect. You change the spaces you enter, whether you intend to or not. Your very being carries a weight, a frequency that disrupts the ordinary. And because of that, not everyone can handle you. Some will be drawn to your presence. They will seek your light, your wisdom, your energy. They will feel at ease around you, though they may not understand why. Your presence will inspire, uplift, and awaken something in them. Others will be intimidated by it. They will feel exposed in your presence as if your very existence highlights what they lack. They will sense the difference in you, your clarity, your purpose, your strength, and it will unsettle them. Some will admire you for it, others will resent you for it, and some will try to diminish you. They will mock, belittle, or challenge you, not because you are wrong, but because you are right. Not because you are weak, but because your strength reminds them of their own weaknesses. This is why you must be intentional about where you go and who you allow into your space. Not everyone deserves to share your presence. The chosen ones are not here to befriend everyone, to be liked by everyone, to please everyone. That is not your purpose. Your presence is not casual. It is not something to be wasted in places that do not honor it. Be mindful of where you go. Some environments are heavy with negativity, filled with jealousy, deceit, and spiritual darkness. Walking into these places drains you. You feel it in your spirit, in your body, in the way the energy clings to you even after you leave. Do not make it a habit to be in spaces that do not nourish you. Not everyone deserves access to you. There are those who will seek to be close to you, not because they value you, but because they want what you have. They want your energy, your wisdom, your essence, but they do not want to do the work to cultivate their own. They see your fire, and instead of building their own, they want to sit near yours. They will call it admiration, but it is dependency. They will call it friendship, but it is extraction. And if you are not careful, they will drain you. Protect your space. Jesus himself did not allow just anyone to be near him. He spoke to the crowds, but he did not walk with them. He had his 12, but even among them, he had the 3 who were closest. Be selective about who you let into your inner circle. Not everyone deserves a seat at your table. Some are meant to watch you from a distance. Some are meant to learn from you. But only a few are meant to walk beside you. And that is how it should be. Embrace solitude when necessary. As a chosen one, there will be times when you must withdraw, to recharge, to protect your peace, to listen to the divine without interference. Do not fear these moments. Solitude is not loneliness. It is a sacred space where the noise of the world fades and your spirit strengthens. It is in solitude that you receive clarity. It is in solitude that you reconnect with your purpose. And when you return stronger, more certain, more powerful than before. Own your presence, protect it, honor it. You do not need to shrink yourself to make others comfortable. You do not need to dim your light to avoid standing out. The world needs you at full strength. Walk boldly, move with purpose, and remember your presence is a gift, but not everyone deserves to receive it. Or does it control you? The chosen ones are not ruled by emotions. They rule over them. The world will tell you to follow your heart. It will glorify passion, anger, and desire. It will tell you that emotions are truth. But the truth is this: emotions are like fire. They can warm you, guide you, fuel you, but if left unchecked, they will consume you. As a chosen one, you cannot afford to let your emotions lead you blindly. You must master them, or they will master you. Why emotional mastery is your shield. Emotions are not your enemy. They are a tool, a force to be understood, harnessed, and directed. But when emotions control you, they make you predictable. They make you weak. Anger makes you reckless. Fear makes you hesitate. Sadness makes you retreat. Impulsiveness makes you easy to manipulate. And that is exactly what those who oppose you want. Have you ever noticed how people provoke you, push your buttons, test your limits? It's because they are looking for a reaction. They want to see you lose control. Because when you do, they win. They gain power over you. They pull you into their chaos. They make you act out of impulse rather than wisdom. But what happens when you don't react? What happens when you remain calm in the face of provocation? When you refuse to give them the emotional response they expect? You take back control. Silence is unsettling. Restraint is intimidating. A person who cannot be shaken is a person who cannot be controlled. The art of emotional discipline. How do you master your emotions? How do you remain unshaken when the world tries to pull you into its chaos? First, observe before you react. Pause, feel the emotion rise, but do not act on it immediately. Ask yourself, is this response necessary? Is it productive? Does it serve my purpose, or does it serve theirs? Second, recognize emotional triggers. Who or what provokes you? Why? What wounds are they poking at? When you understand your triggers, you take away their power. Third, redirect emotional energy. Emotion is fuel. When used wisely, it can push you forward rather than pull you down. Turn anger into determination. Turn fear into focus. Turn pain into wisdom. Fourth, do not explain yourself to those who do not seek to understand. When you react emotionally, you give explanations that are not needed. You try to prove your point, justify your feelings, make others see your side. But the truth is, not everyone is meant to understand you, and not everyone deserves an explanation. Let them think what they want. Let them misunderstand. A lion does not concern itself with the opinions of sheep. The strength of stillness. Consider the greatest warriors, the most powerful leaders, the most revered spiritual teachers. They are not the ones who lash out in anger. They are not the ones who crumble under pressure. They are the ones who remain calm, measured, unshaken. Because they understand that the moment they lose control, they lose power. You must be the same. Let the world be loud. Let others be emotional, reactive, chaotic. You will be still. You will be unbothered. You will move with wisdom, not impulse. Master your emotions. Do not let them master you. For when you control yourself, you control the world. No matter how strong, wise, or disciplined you are, without your connection to the divine, you will falter. It is your foundation, your shield, your source of wisdom, power, and protection. The world will try to pull you away from it. It will distract you, tempt you, exhaust you, make you feel as though you can rely on your own strength alone. But this is a deception. Without spiritual connection, you are vulnerable. The strength that comes from above. Have you ever felt empty, lost, or disconnected from your purpose? Have you ever felt like no matter how much you push forward, something is missing? That feeling is a symptom of spiritual neglect. Just as the body weakens without food, the spirit weakens without divine connection. The chosen ones do not operate on their own power. They are fueled by something greater. Every great leader, prophet, and warrior knew this truth. Strength does not come from the flesh alone. It comes from the spirit. Even Jesus, in the midst of performing miracles, withdrew to pray. He knew that without communion with the divine, he could not fulfill his mission. If he needed that connection, how much more do you? How to strengthen your divine connection. This world is loud. It thrives on noise, distractions, endless demands. If you are not careful, it will drown out the voice of the divine. So how do you maintain your connection? First, make time for stillness. The divine speaks in whispers, not in chaos. If your mind is constantly filled with distractions, worries, and worldly noise, you will not hear. Create sacred time every day to sit in silence, to pray, to meditate. This is not optional, it is necessary. Second, listen more than you speak. Most people approach the divine only when they need something. They pray, they ask, they demand. But the wise do not only speak, they listen. The answers you seek are already there, waiting for you to be still enough to receive them. Third, align your actions with your purpose. You cannot claim to walk with the divine while living in opposition to your calling. If your choices, habits, and environment pull you away from your spiritual path, you will feel disconnected. Do what aligns with your purpose. Let go of what doesn't. Fourth, trust even when you do not understand. Faith is not about having all the answers. It is about knowing deep in your spirit that even when things don't make sense, they are unfolding as they should. There will be moments of confusion, moments of hardship, moments when you question everything. But trust this, the divine has never left you, not once, not even in your darkest hour. The world will try to pull you away. The world will tempt you with illusions of power, success, and control. It will whisper that you do not need divine guidance, that you can do it all on your own. That is the greatest trap of all. The moment you disconnect from the divine, you become weak. You become susceptible to forces that do not have your best interest at heart. And you will not even realize it until it is too late. Prioritize your connection above all else. Nothing is more important than this. Not your ambitions, not your relationships, not even your own desires. Because when you are truly connected, everything else aligns. You are guided, protected, strengthened. You no longer move with uncertainty. You no longer waste time on distractions. You no longer seek approval from the world, because you know who walks with you. And when you know that, you become unstoppable. All to be like everyone else. You were not chosen to blend in. You are here for a reason, and that reason requires discipline, wisdom, and protection. Guard your energy, move in silence, protect your vulnerabilities, and above all, stay connected to the divine, because the world needs you, and whether they know it or not, they are waiting for you to rise.